Hello, my dear friends. Today's day 14 of our 40 days of Lent. We're in Matthew 24, starting at verse 15. Yesterday we started this section when the disciples were talking about how beautiful the temple was, and Jesus started talking about how it was going to be destroyed and torn down. He starts talking about, and we talked yesterday about the destruction of Jerusalem that happened in 70 AD when the Romans besieged Jerusalem. And he's also talking at the same time about those last days, which is what the disciples were also asking about. And sometimes it's hard to tell which event he's talking about. We'll get to that some more tomorrow. But I want to focus on one thing in this section, particularly in between verses 15 and 35. And he has a warning in this section. He says, "Don't be deceived. If anyone says, 'Look, there's the Christ,' or here he is," he says, don't believe it. During those very volatile years around Jesus' life and shortly after, there were lots of people that wanted to be the Messiah of the Jewish people. And he's warning his disciples not to listen to them. There were several people that claimed to be the Messiah that would lead the Jewish people to victory. The problem is they all failed. Only one succeeded, and that's the one that we're worshiping, the one we're listening to, the one who rose from the grave. I think that's a warning that we can listen to today. Not many people are claiming to be the Messiah or to be Jesus, but there are lots of competing claims of truth. And Jesus' warning is good for us to listen to as well. We should be aware and cautious about all these competing claims out there. Not to look for truth and not to look for ultimate truth anywhere other than in Jesus. Only one way leads to the truth. The other thing to remember as we talk about, as you hear lots of news stories about when Jesus is going to return, Jesus makes it clear that when he does come back, it's not going to be a secret. No one will need to tell us that Jesus has come back. Everyone is going to know. And instead of being a frightening or a scary prospect for those who follow him, it's actually going to be a day of celebration, a day that we can rejoice, a day that we can see the fulfillment of what Christ has promised. We'll keep talking about that day off in the future somewhere when Christ returns, as we get to the next section tomorrow. Join me again then. God be with you.